This was a perfect response to what I often get from Christians. Oftentimes from Christians, I get messages telling me that they hope that one day God, I will go and research, and I will humble myself and go pray and go read this verse and that verse and come back to God of my own accord. But my man here said that, didn't your story about the good shepherd, doesn't that teach you that when the 99 sheep that are still staying with this Jesus stay in their place, in their captivity, that Jesus, the good shepherd, will leave the 99 to go find the one? And to this day, after almost 30 years of walking away from Christianity, not one time has this Jesus came to find me. He has not come down in a cloud, a booming voice. He has not come in a vision. He has not come in a dream. He has not shown himself in the experiences of my life, nor the experiences of others around me. There has been absolutely nothing that would make me say, oh, Jesus, you're real, and I'm so sorry for blaspheming your name. These things have never happened. Even in some of my lowest points of life, when I could not feed my family and I considered robbing someone, the consideration came, but the consideration went because of what I believe. What I believe is that whatever I would not want done to myself, I should not do to anyone else. I would not want to be robbed of my hard work, so therefore I did not rob that man of his hard work. And I wouldn't justify it by saying that I need to feed my family and he'll be able to recover. I wasn't convicted by your Jesus. I wasn't convicted by Allah. I wasn't convicted by Kavmadrav. I wasn't convicted by any deity whatsoever. I was convicted by my own inner self, by me. It wasn't a Jesus moment. I didn't believe in Jesus. I had already studied Islam, but it wasn't an Allah moment. I had already studied Zoroastrianism, so it wasn't a Ahura Mazda moment. It was a Ren's moment that said that I wouldn't want that done to me, so don't do it to someone else. So then through my own thinking and my own ingenuity, and then humbling myself to the point where I was willing to ask family members for help, and then going out and putting myself in position to make money for my family, that is what alleviated the situation. That in one of my most desperate moments of life, your Jesus didn't show up. Your Allah didn't show up. None of your deities showed up. But the Godhead in me is what showed up. The morality in me is what showed up. And therefore the situation was handled. And not only was the situation handled, but a year later I was making twice as much as what I was making before I was down to my last $27. A year after that, I was making 3.5 times more than what I had been making at that point. And any other time that I've had a low moment, whether it was financial, whether it was emotional, whether it was health-wise, it was never anyone's deity that showed up. It was me. When I was 300 pounds, it was me getting my ass in the gym 6-7 days a week, 2 hours a day, stop eating crap. That knocked 70 pounds off in 6 months. That was me. And when I couldn't get another IT contract, and I started being a personal trainer and became a master trainer and a master nutritionist, it was me, not your God. When I was emotionally broken, after getting divorced and realizing that I wouldn't be in the house with my kids every day, getting out of that 6 to 8 months of depression, your God never showed up. It was me. It was me in understanding the mind and understanding emotions and talking to my children and going and being with my children as much as I possibly can, 5-6 times a week, going by, whether it was just 5 minutes to put them in bed. That is what showed up. And as quickly as anyone coming on here can say that, well, that was Jesus and you just missed him. Could not a Muslim say that was Allah and you just missed him? Because I had previously studied Islam. I had previously studied Zoroastrianism. So couldn't they say that it was Ahura Mazda trying to show himself up to me? So couldn't it have been any of them? I hadn't yet studied Ifa, but since I've studied Ifa, could it not have been my ancestors coming to tell me, my grandfather reminding me about family and what family really is, that a piece of paper doesn't make family, being in the same household all the time doesn't make family? Could it not have been my grandfather, my ancestors coming to me? It could have been any of those things based on whatever you believe. But the reality of it is that it was just all me. So your good shepherd has never showed up. He's never shown up in any of your lives either. It's just that you got over a situation, you struggled through a situation, but because you were already Christian or you predisposed to Christianity, you decided that it was Jesus. Especially those who had never studied any other religion other than the one that they was brought up in as children. You decided it was Christianity. You decided it was Jesus. You decided it was the God of the Bible. That's the only reason you had your come to Jesus moment. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. It's all inside of you. It's all you. As Marcus Aurelius said, it's up to me. So y'all have a great day. And remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.